Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be on main today, my pride and joy. We're going to be playing as Goliath. Skin-wise, shall be the palest of boys, as I lose my voice, Jesus Christ. Right, there we go. Now that we have revived the vocal cords, we will get into this one. Very standard team this, Hyde, Abe, Sunny, Slim. Quite a solid team comp, so yeah, we will see. Sunny's got decent shielding. Deployable Hank is basically what she is. We have to be mindful of the shield drones. Slim can be quite unpleasant to go against in Legacy because he does remove my ability to see hunters by his Spore Cloud launcher, which was removed in Stage 2 in place of press button, be invincible. Fuck knows why that was a change, but you know, you'll see. Slim is a little bit different here. He does work a little bit different, and you know, it goes without saying that obviously I do find Legacy Slim to be far more engaging in gameplay than Legacy's Slim was. This is a bit of a stupid thing to do, but the reason I'm doing this is because I want to deny it from them as much as I want it as well. Digging really deep into this one. There you go. Yeah, just so it denies them from them getting, you know, damage reduction, because that plus Slim is a bit hideous to go against. Ooh, mistimed my jump. No, I don't want you. It's armor regen. That's not going to be too beneficial for us, especially when. Can you fuck off? Straight up damage reductions on the table. I have just give them that buff now though, but I mean, it literally came to me, so. I was just going to say about there's some obsidian grubs in this cave. Usually is. Beautiful. Just need to be mindful that I'm not jumping right on them, because sometimes they do actually cut across here. We're getting ever closer to that stage 2. There it is. Get me the fuck away. There's move speed there as well, which may have been quite decent actually. Just tagging that. Alright, that's fine. We'll go and stage up and then look to get into our first fight. I think we'll just do it over here. I think I've got enough distance here. We're quite secreted in privacy as well, so won't be immediately visible. My boy has reached his teen years. He's going to tell him where he is now. Ooh, and just. We'll collect a little bit more and then we'll look to get into our first fight. Shit, just out of range. There we go. Quick little slap. There they are, they're coming down here. Are you coming down here or are you coming through there? Pick a path, lads. So as you can see, Slim's a little bit more easier to deal with than he was in Stage 2. He was typically the meta slave medic that everybody just picked because he was basically a free win. But at the same time, he does actually contribute quite well to his team here, because he will isolate, he will make his team invisible by the Spore Clouds. I forgot to mention that's the mutator for this as well, that's the Ebon Star. The difference between the Ebon Star guy, the Ebon Star soldier, and the colonist is that the Ebon Star soldier respawns on the dropship, whereas colonists don't. There's one of him and 2 colonists, but he actually gets the ability to respawn. So it's, you know, different strokes for whichever you'd think would be the best if you wanted 2 people, or if you just want one that does actually keep coming back. We're going to focus Abe here because we're taking a lot of fucking damage. I did want to toss that because I wasn't going to hit the Abe. 300 mile an hour commentary just because I want to get my thought processes out. It's a very fast paced game. Please be downed, thank you. Let's get out. That's what the spore card looks like as well, that little green fart bubble, as we'll call it. So what I am going to do in this particular instance is we are going to bank the stage 3. And what I mean by that is we're not actually going to evolve straight away. I'm just going to get a full bar of armour again, and then we'll go in again. I mistimed my leap smash. Be good. Okay, the man's very partial to Megamouth delicacy. I did intend to eat this first, that's fine. Right, let's go and get into another gauge. I think I flicked that a bit too hard, yeah. We've isolated Abe, which is very beneficial for us. Didn't quite anticipate that rock properly there. Animations, boys, you love to see it. Let's get out, I'm in stasis. We're gonna go and feed up again. So I'll call that encounter a win because obviously we got in, achieved the down and got out again without taking too much damage. Not quite, I need more armour if I'm gonna run straight into all of them. Knowing what is and isn't a beneficial encounter is quite a good thing to, you know, to have as a monster. Hyde is being very in character in that he's just fucking throwing grenades around like the toys. I don't even know where that was going. This is very bad for them. Because the AFOL just grouped up. Abe didn't use the Sonny's jetpack there either. Let's get out of the cloud. See where everybody is. Tried to surprise the Sonny there by jumping straight over. Might be able to commit to this. I am taking permanent damage here though, which isn't the greatest. There it is. And we'll get out. Cooldown reduction is something I would enjoy at this moment in time. Give me. Alright, they're a bit further away than I thought they were going to be. I was eating that to deny it from because I thought they were right behind me. We'll go and grab stage 3 here now. Let's do it here. I'll do it here because they'll be reviving over there. There it is, all grown up. Very handsome boy is my lad, my main. Can you just be deceased, please? Yeah, I'm trying to consume to be all powerful. Thank you. Yeah, still consider him to be the best monster in the game. Honestly, I mean, I am biased because he is my main. During my stage 2 days, I was obviously, you know, we had a lot of stage 2 Goliath videos because he was my main in the multiplayer environment. He is the monster I consider to have the most experience on, personally. The good thing about him is that he has a lot of skill expression, because he does look quite two-dimensional, but he has, so you can like, you know, the way you land rocks and the way you can flick throws and shit like that, and the way you can leap smash and immediately switch targets and things makes him quite scary to go against. They were in that general area, I think I've just lost track of them. Yes. When the 4 other monsters came out, I never left my boy in the dust. I was always faithful. Don't even ask what that was. I saw the spike and thought, shit, that's not going to hit it, and then just fucking threw it at it anyway. I could have probably threaded that through. It's like being in the fucking shooting range at an arcade. There we go. This man's isolated, so this isn't going to go very well for him at all. Get the fuck down there. She went that way. Oh, we actually got the flick. Nice. You're less problematic, actually. I was still in the fucking stage 2 mindset there. I was like, we'll go for the hide because it's probably going to be a bit easier. He's a lot less tired. That's not going to win. I don't know where hide went. There he is. So that's one of the beneficials, obviously, the benefits of the spore cloud there, because I can't actually see hide either. He's actually flopped into a plant. That's quite amusing. Beautiful. That's a bit scary, because Abe's now back. We'll have to just switch targets here and go for Abe. Because we've got no hammer and we need to get out. Eat him. Bag ourselves some armour. Oh, it's stuck to the floor. I think he's used his shield. Yep, and we're out. We're out. Get out. Move. There we go. So I'm whittling them down here and they're whittling me down, as you can tell. Our lad is injured by the animations. Beautiful fucking attention to detail. I always have to mention this. Unfortunately, though, he is the only monster that actually shows pain at low health. But yeah, it's a really nice attention to detail. It's very in character as well, because he's sort of dog dragon-like. So obviously he's holding his paw up, sort of thing, while still being a humanoid, you know, a monster. You can also hear him breathing as well. You know, because he's out of breath and he's injured. It's all attention to details that it just drips from the fucking atmosphere. You don't get this shit in games anymore. You genuinely don't get this level of detail. And I'm telling you, I think that's why they actually abandoned it, because they don't want to put this much fucking effort in anymore to make video games. They're too fucking stupid to realise that if you do actually put effort in like this, you'll make more money than the shit you're churning out constantly these days. And it's why, well, it's not solely why, but it is one of the contributing background reasons as to why games don't last these days, because they're just fucking shit. They're like, there's nothing to them. Little pieces of attention to detail like that is what keeps people engaged when they're playing the game, because it feels like a living world. It's so fucking stupid, man, honestly. That's what happens when you let fucking businessmen run the fucking industry. Rather than back when people were interested in designing games to make good shit. I'm immediately a little bit scared here because I've got no armour. That needs to be gone. See, even against bots though, that like there's a very real chance of me actually dying as well. Like there's still a fucking game here. I can imagine that some people just think, oh, it's against bots, it's just going to always be wins and shit like that. And whilst this might still be a win here, look at how close it is. It's fucking stupid how you can just have a game with this much potential and in this good of a state. Like, it only needs like some bug fixes and a little bit of tweaking on the balance side of things, and it's a fucking perfectly good game. And obviously, because we're all centered around it's got to make money and all this shit, you would actually make money. You'd make a lot more money if you actually put the effort into it to fix it. And, you know, you'd have a project. You don't actually have to make a new game here. Fucking bizarre, mate, honestly. I'm going to capitalise on hide being alone here. There you go. If there's any immediate wildlife, I would like to eat it. Yeah, there we go. Just get a quick little top up because everybody's back again. I'll take the moments just to say as well, though, that the game isn't always like this. If you think this is a bit too challenging for, you know, if it's like your first game as Monster and things like that. This is basically me just locking the game at the hardest difficulty, because I do like the challenge. Ah, shit, that was on target, it just hit the car. Fuck. There we go. I was trying to eat Sonny there, because I feed that interface. And that's going to be GG, I think. Yep. Well, there it is. TLDR, game's fun as fuck. Corporate people are dumb as fuck, basically. It's just, it's genuine. I have this rant at the end of most of my videos. It's always on Goliath as well, because Goliath has like the most fun games, and it just reminds me about how shit this fucking industry is these days, because barely any of the games can produce the same level of excitement and thrill, in me personally, than playing as Goliath does in this game, or just the atmosphere of it and everything. So yeah, that's where the rants come from, but it just does my fucking head in, mate, how you can have a perfectly good game, but because it doesn't immediately make you millions, it's automatically a failure. It's just such a fucking stupid mentality to have, and as a result, you know, we've lost a genuinely good project. It's like, even if you're not going to do anything to it, why would you not just sell it and take the fucking paycheck, then sell it to somebody who is going to do something with it? But I can already answer that question, because it's the most fucking selfish shit imaginable, because they don't want to sell this project and risk another company or another publisher making a big profit on it. So they'd rather just let it die and have nobody playing it, because then they can't be seen to have failed with it, so to speak, even though they've failed with it 4 fucking times now. So, you know, we're not going to forget that as consumers. I'm definitely not. I'm not buying a single fucking project from this publisher ever again, quite honestly. But, you know, it is what it is. The only way I ever give 2K a dime ever again is if they actually do revive this, personally. Obviously, I'm just one person anyway, so it doesn't really matter to a big fucking company, but that's just my viewpoint on it. And it's probably the viewpoint of everybody else who's still playing this game as well. Because, quite honestly, there's no fucking excuse for it. Honestly, I do think this game should actually be alive, considering how shit the fucking competition is at the top of this genre at the minute. TCM's slowly dying off now, because they're all going back to Dead by Daylight in fucking herds, like sheep, as usual. But yeah, there it is. As I say, we've had a game at the top of this genre that's lowered the fucking standards in the industry for 7 years, and now obviously the rest of the companies aren't going to be bothering making, you know, genuinely good games, because they don't really need to, because of how shit the fucking quality bar is. But it is what it is anyway. That's the rant. It comes out in a different flavour every time, but, you know, this time last year we were making multiplayer content and we were all happy and playing the game, and at this time last year we did actually think we were going to get this game back, and we did actually think that this genre was going to be rescued from absolute dogshit game design, but now it's not, unfortunately, because they've called it a day. But there it is. And just to address as well, I will say that maybe controversially towards maybe my viewers, maybe you might see this as a bit of a surprise if anybody's still listening, but no, I don't really want an Evolve 2, quite honestly, because if they did make an Evolve 2, then it would be nowhere near the fucking quality of what this is, and it would be a straight up fucking downgrade. I hate to shit on the parade, but it is something I can just see it a mile off. Honestly, it would be nowhere near the quality of this game if they did make an Evolve 2. The only way I would actually be happy in this instance now is if they turned around tomorrow, maybe, you know, just as an example, obviously, and said, actually, yeah, do you know what, we will actually revive this game, we will actually put some effort into it. It's not going to happen, but, you know, that's the only way I would actually take back what I'm saying about 2K, because then we would actually have a decent fucking game to play, and it would have a future, and then I would be able to make more varied content for the game as well. And you know, it'd go back to the days of Stage 2 where we'd have multiplayer games again. You know, you'd see me going against actual people as the monster and things like that, and all the good shit, you know, genuinely good things. But obviously we're not allowed to have that because, you know, money. Yeah, there it is. There's all the thoughts again. It'll happen from video to video. It's just something I have to vent about. I mean, you're watching somebody who's had his favourite game ripped from his grasp, basically. I mean, I can actually say that I'm probably a bit privileged still to actually be even able to play it, you know, because I know there are a lot of people on this planet who actually want to play it but can't now because they've purposefully tried to fucking delete it and stop people playing it, which is why, you know, there's a handful of us as content creators who are still putting out videos for this game because, you know, people want to see it. Again, you know, there is still interest for the game, but obviously not enough that's going to make millions on day one for some shite publisher. So there it is. I'm rambling again. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one, hopefully. Bye.